Alright, so Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania is finally available in theaters, and this will be my non-spoiler review, so if you haven't watched the film, you are safe. This is the first project of MCU's Phase 5, and the third film in the Ant-Man franchise. And this time around, we are following Scott, Hope, Cassie, Hank, and Janet, who get sucked into the quantum realm and embark on an adventure to get back home. Along the way, they interact with some strange creatures, an eccentric revolutionist, a ghost from their past, and a powerful conqueror. Of course, in the film, we have Paul Rudd returning as Scott Lang / Ant-Man. We also have Evangeline Lilly returning as Hope Van Dyne / Wasp, Michael Douglas and Michelle Pfeiffer returning as Hank Pym and Janet Van Dyne, and newcomers to the cast, not a new character, but a new actress, Cassie Lang, played here by Katherine Newton. And we also have, of course, Jonathan Majors playing Kang the Conqueror. Also amongst the cast, we have people like Bill Murray as Lord Krylar. We have Corey Stoll as MODOK, which I was debating on not mentioning in this non-spoiler review, but I feel like at this point, anybody who cares about it knows about it. And just to mention a few other cast members here, we have William Jackson Harper as Quaz, who was actually in the show The Good Place as Chidi. I very much like that show, if you haven't checked that out. Jamila Jamil, who plays Titania on She-Hulk, was also on that show. We also have Katie M. O'Brien as Jentora and David Dastmalchian, who is not in here as Kurt, the character from the other two Ant-Man films, but voicing the character of Veb. Going into the film, I knew that there were very mixed reactions from people who got to see the film early, and I also knew that the Rotten Tomatoes score was very low. It currently sits at 50%, which makes it the second lowest rated MCU film. Don't get me wrong, I always go into a Marvel movie with some level of excitement. I haven't missed a Marvel movie in the theaters since 2012's Avengers. I am a diehard Marvel fan, but with hearing those reactions from people who got to watch it early, I knew I had to go in with medium to low expectations. And even after going in with those medium to low expectations, coming out of the movie, I was left a little disappointed and also a little confused. I guess the thing I didn't really think about before is introducing a character like Kang in a film like Ant-Man. I understand, for the sake of the quantum realm, why Kang would interact with Ant-Man, but at the same time, when it comes to their power sets, it doesn't make sense when you have them 1v1ing each other. Because if Kang really was as powerful as they say in this film alone, then he should be able to take them all out in a blink of an eye. But of course they can't do that, because if they do, then the film's going to be over in like 30 seconds. But that, on top of just the decisions that they make with his character in this movie, had me kind of scratching my head at the end, and that is the main reason why I'm confused. And that also partially contributes to why I'm disappointed by the film. But I'm also disappointed by the film because it doesn't really feel like a movie. To me, pretty much from start to end, this film felt like setup for what's coming next for Marvel. And we've had films like that before, but never to this degree. This film feels like it's purely setting up Kang for the future of Phase 5 and Phase 6 of the MCU. And it's also setting up Cassie Lang for the potential of Young Avengers in the future, which I'm very excited for. I'm excited for both of those things, but at the same time, your movie shouldn't be solely about setting those things up for the future. On top of that, this film is tonally all over the place. You kind of have the same complaints in this film that you do in Thor: Love and Thunder, with humor being in moments that don't require humor, and of course, not always landing because of that. When it comes to the visual effects in the film, honestly, I would say it's about a 50-50. I think at times it looks fantastic. My eyes are glued to the screen, can't blink, jaw drop to the floor. And then there's other times where you can obviously tell where these actors are on a green screen. And that really does take you out of the illusion that they're in this vast realm. Even seeing this on an IMAX screen, I really never felt the sense of scale that the visual effects artist wanted you to feel watching it. But to end the review off on a positive note, let's talk about some things I did like about the film. And for the most part, I did like a lot of the humor in the movie, whether it be Paul Rudd, who is a very charismatic actor, or some of the supporting cast in here that gets some very funny moments. I think it is an Ant-Man film, and it is bound to be funny in one way or another. All these actors continue to work very well together. They seem very close. They seem to have a lot of fun with each other, and that comes through on screen. Really enjoyed the father-daughter relationship between Scott and Cassie. a bit of a strained relationship, but at the same time, you can tell they still love each other and have an incredible bond. And also Cassie kind of looks up to Scott as a mentor figure. But Jonathan Majors as Kang is absolutely fantastic. I loved him in this film. There are moments where I do think he's a little monologue heavy. I would have liked to see a little more action as opposed to talking, but we do get some very awesome scenes of him kind of going berserker. But I will say, I think I need to see a little bit more of him in this role before I can really see him being the big bad of the next couple of phases. But overall, not the film I was quite hoping for, and not the review I was hoping to make, but I thought I should tell it how I see it. Not to say you'd be wrong for liking this movie, just how I saw it. When it comes to my ranking, I'm going to have to go ahead and give this film a discounted tickets. I would say it's a really good experience in IMAX, but is it worth the cost of an IMAX ticket? Not quite. Is it worth the price of a standard ticket? Maybe not even that. I've even told some people around me, just wait until it comes on Disney+. But if you're a diehard Marvel fan like I am, this is going to be a movie that you're probably not going to want to miss. Have you seen Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania? What did you think? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Are you in the middle? I am in the middle, leaning more towards not liking it, of course. Is it one of the worst Marvel movies I've ever seen? No. In fact, I'd say I'd rather watch this one over quite a few other Marvel movies, but still not one of the best. Have you not seen it? Are you going to watch it anytime soon? Why or why not? I would also love to hear from you down in the comments below. Really, any comments you guys have for me, I'd love to hear from you. I respond to pretty much all of them. But go ahead and leave a like on the video, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload, and I will see you in the next one.